got to see Rob is actually his age now.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rob, host of From My Experience podcast, back with another episode. I have the co-hostess with the mostest with me, Erica. What is going on?
Nothing. Not just working, paying bills. You know how it is.
Oh, yes, you are paying bills in that new space. How's it feel?
Good once I get some better furniture up in here, but
Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that. You'll get it. Furniture is expensive.
It's so bad. So bad. I said for a couch. I said a couch?
Yeah.
Bob's Discount Furniture. Mark your days. Like, count your days. Because nothing's discount over there.
Bruh, that name is such a contradiction.
And I don't like them. They're hound dogs when you go into the store. They're like, hi, can I help you? No, just looking around. You turn around or you go to tie your shoe and look back up and they're making eye contact with you. Like, can I help you? No, you can't help me. Just get out my face, please.
Commission.
I get it, but I'd be more inclined to stay in the store and to look around and maybe buy something if you just left me alone. If you're following me and I hear your footsteps behind me as I'm just looking at stuff, no.
I'm following you too. You look like you got money.
I don't have nothing. Not in my pocketbook. It's empty. Got dust.
It's wait for me to call you over. If you let me call you over, I'm gonna make sure I get you. But if you handle me, I'm gonna turn this business somewhere else. I get it. I definitely get it.
If y'all don't recognize the third voice, that is Coach Law back once again. Definitely friend of the show. He got his whole podcast set up. He over there chilling. He just told an embarrassing story about my age. I have a rebuttal for that though. I have a rebuttal for that story about my age at homecoming. But he is joining us, man. We are going to recap homecoming. If you haven't, go back 2 episodes ago. Coach Law and I were talking about our time at Claflin and just how we are doing in life and, things we've learned and yada, 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 so on and so forth. Fast forward, we have been to homecoming. Shout out to all my Claflin University Panthers, man. I got a lot of love. I got to see a lot of people. I got a lot of hugs. I got some great pictures. It was the 75th year celebration for the Gamma Nu chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. And yo, it was a blast, man. So we just gonna get right into it. Wait, hold on, let me finish one more thing. Erica, do you have a TV stand?
That's so funny.
Wow.
Because
wow, he threw that out here.
Because the fact that I asked my parents for a TV stand that they've been trying to find, and my dad was like, "Yeah, I can't find it. We just gonna try to order one off of Amazon." So I don't have one. No.
Oh man, you on the struggle bus, man. I'm on the struggle bus too, but it's okay.
It's all right. Look, what you're going through right now is what any college student, just pre-graduate student is going with. Once you get in your 30s, all this you ain't even gonna care about.
Yeah.
No.
You really not. You see my top drawer back. You see my dresser back there, and even got a top drawer. When I was moving, somebody dropped it and broke the mofo. Then I hit IKEA, and I have an identical dresser, but I'm too lazy to go take a drawer out of it. It's in storage. And I called IKEA, and I'm like, "Yo, since y'all part everything out, can I get a drawer?" They're like, "Nah." So it is going to be in the guest room when I move, but it'd be like that, man. I don't care about this stuff anyway, because when I get a girlfriend and get married and all that stuff, they're gonna throw all my manly stuff out with all the old woman scents and remnants on it.
All your stuff is trash. Everything that they have is present. It doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to them. And going back to what you said, if you did not get to capture our homecoming, the homecoming of the year, make sure you tap into my Instagram, Break My Fifth Law, and you'll be able to see the recap of our homecoming and the recap of our 75th year. All right. So y'all take the time out to look at that. All right. Now we're going to take the floor back to Rob.
Yes, please do that. So, all right. Homecoming, man. My heart was warmed because y'all know, if you know me for real, I'm a giver and I love my people and I love good people. And Law is one of my good brothers. Like I've told y'all, he changed my life through his fitness program. I've lost weight. I've changed my eating habits and stuff like that. And I got to meet him at the airport, man, and take him down to the OB, man. And I ain't seen this brother in person in so long, man. He looks good. He looks fit. He was happy. He was ready to go. We had great conversation. and we rolled down to Orangeburg, and we just had to keep looking out the window because we were like, what is this? Tesla chargers,
Everything
what?
changed. Look, Rob, you know we was owed at this very moment when you said, hold up, I got a place to show you. And you pulled up to the gas station to show me the Tesla outlets. And for me to be like, oh my God, I had to recheck and evaluate my life. Like, why are you so excited and surprised about this? Like, of all things, like, this is what you're surprised about? But the changes Orangeburg has had, not even just on campus. We didn't even get to the campus part yet, but just Orangeburg in general. Kudos. Kudos to Orange.
Y'all got money. Like, Erica, you don't understand. Like, it's, bruh, that main strip, the Chick-fil-A been there, but it's more restaurants. Like, it's like when we were in college, there were literally like maybe 5 or 6 places you would go all the time, and that's it. And Walmart was one of them. And you was
walking to them.
Yes.
Except Walmart. You wasn't walking to Walmart, but you was walking to everything else.
Yeah, and it's crazy to have such vivid memories of a place, and when you go there, seeing it change so much, man. So I dropped him off at his hotel so he could get settled and start sending out his text messages, because I know how that go.
I'm gonna let y'all know, ain't no text messages, I'm here, what's up, stranger, none of that this time around. Why? I am a changed man, and Rob was waiting for that moment to happen. He was wanting to pop up and be like, oh, so you good on a ride, I see. No, I'm not good on a ride. I need you to pick me up. Orangeburg has grown, but it didn't grow enough to know what Uber and Lyft was. That was very disrespectful. I had to wait for someone from Somerville.
I'll be down.
Uber me to Brother Rouse's house. I feel bad for that man.
He drove from Somerville to get you?
My man drove from, he was like, yeah. He had someone riding from Somerville to come to Claflin.
Okay.
And he was like, well, while here, I just kept it on. I said, bro, ain't no other Uber around here. I said, make your money. And he was like, really? I said, make your money today.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
he stayed for the rest of the day because it was early when I went to Brother Rouse's house anyway.
Wow.
But to only have one rider, and it took 57 minutes. Yes, I am a timekeeper right now. 57 minutes to get. I could have walked to his house by that time. Brother Rouse only lived a mile and a half. But because of the weather, I decided to, stay warm in my lovely room.
It was cold.
And just wait.
It was definitely cold this year, man. And and I'll do better next time. I should have been texting you like, yo, what's up? Where you at? But you did a good job of texting me, and I did a good job of coming through. But I had to think about that. I didn't realize that we were in such a desert.
Now look, you already know, Rob, I told you I travel solo dolo, so this was nothing but everyday news. But even going out of the country, they do have Uber and Lyft. But we don't talk about that. Orangeburg,
let's get that. And I'm surprised. That's very interesting. Like,
all those cars on campus, ain't none of y'all students want to be a Uber driver?
I'm telling you, bro, they would make so much money. Just Walmart runs alone.
Easy. Not even Walmart though. Take me to Wendy's. I mean, back in the day, that's where I want. Hey, take me to Wendy's real quick. Yeah, take me to Dodge's. Let me get some chicken. Bring me back.
Dodge's. Hold on.
Here, what did it do? Here,
Got to hit the praise for Dodge's, man. Whoo, that chicken.
I'm disappointed. Rob didn't, take us there. Amount of times that we had to go there as undergrad, willingly and unwillingly. This time we could have went willingly.
I'll be down.
I was shocked myself.
Moving forward, man. So we had a Rob old man moment off mic. Now we're gonna have one on mic.
Wait, just one? Are you sure just one?
Shut up. I'm old, right? So 2 weeks before homecoming, I literally, and this is for me not going to the gym and not stretching when I wake up, I literally reached over to pick up a dust rag and pulled my back muscle. Hurt, down and out, bad, back, dead, hurt, sore, painful. I was like, I'll be fine by the time homecoming comes. It usually fades. I was at about
Tiger Bomb.
I got Tiger Bomb, man. I was at about 70%, yo. It's like someone just poking you in your back, man. So thankfully, I'm cheap. Shout out to my boy Bird. I stayed at Bird's house, man. Bird, I love you, but I got to say this. And that spare bedroom, that got to be the same mattress he had since elementary school, bro. But luckily, it's what I needed.
If that was the same mattress, it got memories. Look, that is retro mattress. Like, they don't make mattress like that.
They don't make
I bet you
mattresses like that.
Claflin beds don't even got twin mattress no more. Like,
Probably not. Man, listen. But I was thankful because actually that helps with my back. So thankfully that was the case, man. So that's my guy. So I stayed over there, man, and you know, so what day was that? That was Thursday. Yeah, I was supposed to go to the step show. I had a huge headache. It was work. Work stressed me out, man, because I was trying to get a project done before I left town. And my project was dependent on a response from someone. So I'm sitting around waiting on a response. Because I'm like, yo, y'all said y'all need this urgently. I'm here. I've done the things. I need you to look at this and tell me it's good so I can roll. So that stressed me out. So I was man down on Thursday. So did you get into anything on Thursday?
Thursday, I walked my black ass to Wendy's and walked my black ass back. That was it. That was all I did. Rob was incognito because he needed to recover, and I knew the step show was going. Charles hit me up and was like, "Why don't you just come here?" Well, why don't you pick me up, sir? Well, why don't you pick me up? There's no Uber coming here to bring me down that long black road.
Yes.
And I'm just going to be sitting in my room waiting for tomorrow to start my day. So I didn't have a problem with it. At the end of the day, you know, I've been Ubering out airports all day, so I was good with recovering.
Yeah, tell people about your Uber airport deal.
So coming to Orangeburg was a great experience. So I had my whole situation of mapping out to get to Orangeburg done, you know, a whole month, maybe a month and a half out. But unfortunately, life was lifing. I had 3 deaths in the family and I was overwhelmed with that. And the person that I was supposed to be riding with was very concerned about where they were going to rest their head. And that was not my focus at that moment because, Rob, we already talked about this. Like, if I say I'm traveling, that means I'm traveling with or without you. I'm going to find a way to make it happen. Like, that is going to be me. So I guess because of past trauma with traveling with multiple people, he'd been burnt before where it was like, man, I've just been stranded. But you don't do that with me. I don't care how it is with anyone else. So I informed him, hey, bro, I got death in the family, man. Like, let's talk about this later. And he persistently asked. And it was, you know what? My room's not available anymore. I did throw y'all under the bus and say, Bird and Rob is going to be there. They may have room for you. And great thing about it, my LB came down and got a room for him. So he was situated. So now me knowing I didn't want him to be in my room at that moment, that meant out of respect, I wasn't going to rely on him to be my ride to Orangeburg. Well, the great thing about network, you do not know who you will need to reach out to in need for support. So it's best to network and always rub shoulders in a positive way. So my first flight from Houston was to Charlotte. And when I got to Charlotte, I had someone there that I was able to pick up and let me go get something to eat, rest my head, and wait for Rob to get finished with his project that he was supposed to be done with a couple of hours before he got done with
For
it.
sure.
It was okay.
I'm sending a text message. I'm about to leave. Like,
I'm about to leave. And I'm like, this nigga's not about to leave. So I'm like, all right. So he's like, yeah, what time you going to get to Columbia? Well, what time you going to be done with work? Oh, I should get to you about 4. Okay, let me change my flight real quick. Let's look at something that's going to be there around 4. Boom, 4:30. I land at 4:30 at Columbia, South Carolina, and Rob's like, yeah, I'm going to be done at 5. It's going to take me about an hour and a half to get to you. So, that's cool, Rob. I'm going to be relaxed by the time you get to me. Trust and believe.
Yeah.
So while I was waiting for him, I was getting relaxed. And by the time Rob got to me, Rob was still stressed. I was relaxed. We made it all the way to Orangeburg. It really felt like a 20-minute, 15-minute ride. But by the time we got there, it was time for Rob to take night-night because he was tired and overwhelmed. So that was how my everyday experience at the airport goes. If there is going to be a place I need to get to, I'm going to figure it out and find these loopholes. Now, I don't highly recommend this to everybody because I don't know how to count people's pockets, but I literally, for homecoming, used the airport as Uber.
Yes, he did, man. That is hilarious. But it's smart too now that I think about it, because I mean airports have all the amenities you can need as long as you can find an outlet. I forgot what airport was I in. I can't remember what airport I was in. They had a bunch of outlets, but none of them were working, and I was so pissed. Like everybody was pissed. What's
that's
up
not
with that?
the worst thing. It's the worst is when the airplanes outlets don't work, because that's where the game changer is for you. Let that bitch charge while you sleep, because me, that's where I sleep at. It don't matter if it's a 30-minute flight or a 3-hour flight. Like, I'm sleep before takeoff. Dang. And I'm putting my phone on rest. Well, I mean, the main reason why is because if something happens, I don't want to be up. Like,
I'll be damned.
Let me go while I'm at
point.
rest. So that is something that I always did since my very first flight, like ever. It don't matter what's going on.
Now, Erica, question for you. You've heard our old man talk, right? So thinking back to when's the last trip you went to with your friends? Was that Philly? What was you in Philly for? With that nightmarish trip?
For Roots Picnic. It was the music festival.
Now, how organized were y'all in comparison to us?
Oh, it was organized.
Shut
like,
up.
To a T. Like,
except for that Airbnb.
Except for that.
Oh, that wasn't organized.
They got scammed.
No, it was scammed. It was a big scam, but my one friend that I travel with, she organizes everything.
Hold up. How was y'all scammed? Did they ask for y'all cash app?
No, we paid for the deposit and everything, and then by the time that we rolled up to it and we were waiting to figure out, like, they never told us the instructions for the key to unlock the door, and it just looked so sketchy. It looked abandoned once we pulled up, and they had different pictures of everything posted on the Airbnb. So by the time that we actually showed up, we were like, this does not look right at all. And it said your destination's on the left. I said, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Hold on, this ain't what I paid for. Oh,
yeah.
I know.
And so we had to scramble and like drive to a Target to park the car so that we could find like a hotel that we could check into. We already missed like 3 hours worth of the festival start, and that was just a hot mess. And then the hotel that we got was in like downtown Philly. That was a hot mess, trifling, last minute.
Shout out to Philly, yo. Shout out to my Eagles. We cutting ass right now too. I think we 10-2. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they made a turnaround.
Clean up the city.
They making a turnaround right now.
Eagles, put some of that money into the city.
Please.
I ain't been back to Philly in so long, but all right.
Don't.
So, second day of homecoming, me and Birdman, and I'm gonna have to figure this out. I don't know how much I have left in me. So, shout out to brother Chauncey Woods. Chauncey Pop came through, you know what I'm saying? More credit to Coach Law. And I know y'all be like, man, I think he just gassing him up. This is how Coach Law has changed our lives, right? For lack of a better term, we on vacation. It's homecoming. Homecoming is when people, like, you revert back to your college self. Chauncey comes through, dap him up.
Some of us,
not all of us, because I don't. And so we talking, and one of the first things he said was like, man, I've been getting out of shape, man. He was like, I stepped on the scale and it was like getting close to 250. He was like, nah, I can't have that. And so I'm eating Bojangles like a fat ass.
Why everyone that went back said Bojangles was their first spot to stop? Asia, she hit me up and was like, did you go to Bojangles yet? No, why would I go to Bojangles first? But everyone's spot was Bojangles. So you're going to have to say, why Bojangles?
I don't know. Well, I know it. I will say this. It depends on where you live, because they do not have them up north like that. Like, I used to live near Erica. We did not have Bojangles. We only had
Richmond.
Yeah, the closest one was Richmond. I remember one time I went there. I had a girlfriend there, and I saw that Bojangles sign off that exit. Definitely went. Absolutely delicious.
That was a bad one. They just kept serving me raw chicken.
Not raw chicken.
Yeah, I was like, and then I didn't realize how dry them biscuits were.
Yeah,
after you took a bite.
You had a bad experience. Actual good Bojangles. There's a Bojangles in North Charleston, South Carolina, where they make the biscuits at set time intervals. Like, at a set time, they throw the biscuits out. Like, kind of like how Krispy Kreme donut, you may not be familiar, but Krispy Kreme donuts are famous down here. They have the hot light that lets you know, hey, the donuts are fresh. That Bojangles does that with their biscuits. Crazy, right? But no, I think Bojangles is just nostalgic. Their chicken is good. And hell, I think Orangeburg only has that KFC closed years ago. I think they only have Bojangles and
Yeah, the
Popeyes.
KFC where the Piggly Wiggly. That's where the Piggly Wiggly is. Yeah,
It was
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
other side. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
on
where,
the same road as
AutoZone.
Wendy's. Yeah, AutoZone. Yeah, the Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the street before, but I don't know what it is. I think it might be geographical. Like Bojangles just isn't everywhere, man. But I went just because when I got back here, I got addicted to them. But I'm eating Bojangles. Chauncey reaches into his bag. Tell me why this man got meal prep meals, y'all. He had meal
Kudos.
prep meals, and I said, "Yo, man, I'm proud of you, bro." I said, "You got some strong willpower," because I'm like, "Dog, like you on vacation?" He was like, "Yeah, man, I gotta get my weight back down." So I went and ran some errands with Bird, like I always do, man. Like in undergrad, we on the mission. We getting ice, you know.
I will say y'all held a kudos to y'all too. Like y'all really did a lot. And a lot that wasn't seen. I mean,
Yeah.
Bird was the same as an undergrad.
Yes.
He was gonna make things happen. Like
Yep.
things was gonna be getting done. So shout out to y'all because hey, I remember you was like, yeah, we on campus already setting up. Bruh, are you serious?
Yeah.
You're out there already? Yeah, man, we gotta get this thing situated. Hey, we about to head over. Yeah, we knocking down the equipment now. So, we'll be out here for another hour. Oh my goodness. I see why you acting like, our age right now. Like you put in a lot of work.
You got to do it, man. But here's the funny thing: me and Bird coming back to because we had to pick up propane because we was on the Yard Fest committee. So for y'all who don't know, Yard Fest, we do a cookout on the yard with our undergraduate brothers, and we just invite the campus out to come eat with us. Yeah, the food, yo! Shout out to my boy B Will, man. B Will be cooking, bro.
He
Like
killed.
he killed it. Them ribs,
chicken,
oh my god! I ain't get no chicken.
Nothing. That chicken was busting. Hey, yo, B Will said, "Nah, don't get the cold one, bro. I'm about to finish this one." I appreciate it because it was a different hit from the fresh to the cold.
Yes.
So y'all undergrad kids that snuck in and got that warm one, hey, that was probably the best meal you had, for homecoming weekend.
Yes. I wish it was warmer. And one thing that did put a little damper on it, which was interesting, which I guess we need to kind of watch for next year. I think someone was throwing a party at the same time as the Yard Fest. So people did start coming later, but the food ran out. But on the way that morning, we were coming back with the propane tank and ice. Tell me why Chauncey was on a run, bruh. He said he ran 3 miles that morning, and it wasn't quite brick, but it was cold. It was probably in the 50s.
Yeah. Day one was definitely cold. Like day two at the tailgate,
it was better.
It was perfect.
It was.
To me, it was perfect.
I agree.
But day one, oh boy.
Day one, you get this. You got the sniffles. Day two was like, I don't know. But
yeah. Day one, I was looking like, y'all only got this much clothes on?
Yeah.
Y'all must be drunk off that liquor. Yeah, that's that cheap liquor. That's what that is.
Yeah.
That's what it was. They was on that cheap liquor.
So how did you so was Friday, that was your first day when we had the Yard Fest. Was that your first day, like first time seeing the campus in a while? Did you see the whole campus that day?
Man, so I really didn't get the opportunity to explore the campus like I wanted to. Thursday was gonna be that day where I was gonna, while y'all were at the step show, I was gonna want to do my walk around, but I didn't get the opportunity to do it then. But on Friday, when I did go up there with Charles, I did get to see half of the campus and I was blown away. First off, I was like, yo, let me go on high rise to see like where I first stayed at. I was about to get my ass tackled because that was a female dorm now.
Yeah.
Wow. We went from a all males dorm, and I can say it now. Shoot, I got in trouble for sneaking women.
I'll be
I'm
damned.
sorry. Let me say it the right way because now that's something. I got in trouble for sneaking my girlfriend in at the time, and now to come to find out, it is a female dorm. Like, and it's a co-ed school now. Oh, I'm so disappointed, Dr. Rant. I needed whatever trouble I got in that community service hours I had to do. I'm gonna need those hours back some way.
You ain't getting it back.
I'm gonna need them back.
Oh,
But
my
nah,
God.
I was surprised, man. Like the bookstore not being the bookstore, the library being digital.
I didn't go in there. I should have. I didn't see the plots either.
the plot. I mean, the plots. You know, when we were there, we didn't have that. We talked about doing
Yeah,
that,
we
but
didn't
back
have
in
it.
our day, you couldn't take your ass on the grass, so there wasn't going to be no plots.
Mm-hmm.
Now you walking on the grass. We got plots there. We
Yeah.
we got a new guy dorm. Um, Man, what the CU? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Like that was dope. And then to know what they're getting ready to do, where the new student center is, and making that a part of the drive-through of campus. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Hey,
They doing what now?
so you know where? So you knew the road was blocked off,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Where they blocked it off because that's a part. That's going to be a part of Claflin's college runway. Like you know how you get the drive through campus. That's going to be where you drive through campus now. So think
Golf
of where the
Street.
library was.
Yeah.
Yep, on Gulf Street. So all week they had it
Yeah,
closed.
they did.
That is where they're getting ready to make Gulf Street a part of the Magnolia Street, and that's going to be a part of the campus now. So all of
Wow.
that is going to be new buildings and all that. Charles was going over everything with me. So
Dang, I'm gonna re-enroll, yo. Erica, let me hold
Oh.
40 bands.
look, I need to know. Look, how much is Claflin now? That's the question.
I think it's like 16,000 a semester, somewhere around there.
Six-
I looked it
okay.
up not too long ago. It wasn't crazy. It was definitely more than what we paid.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
but it wasn't crazy. But I was like, But when you look at the campus, it's like hell. Yeah, you get your money's worth.
You get your money's worth now. Like, yeah. When I heard like, what you mean y'all got a podcast room in the library? We ain't had that. we just had little cubbies to study at. We talking about what?
Bro, they helping them get to the next level, man. And Friday for me, I got to see one of my oldest and nearest and dearest friends, Muriel. Shout out to you, member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Man, that was like one of the first people I met at Claflin in 2003, man. And we were, thick as thieves. We had some beef at one point in time and stopped talking. And then we just got back together and we've been friends and laughing and joking. I've been telling her to come to homecoming every year. And I was like, the key to homecoming, because a lot of people are like apprehensive. I'm like, yo, get your crew together. Like for us, it's easy. We in a fraternity. You always gonna have people you can hang with, like all of it. But like, if you're not, get your crew. Cause I saw some crews. Oh my God, why is his name? Shout out to Daryl, Cadero, and Marcus Fogel. That crew, they all they come together.
Yeah.
Like get your squad together, y'all plan it, man. But yeah, just seeing campus, seeing Muriel, and just being with the brothers during the Yard Fest and just feeding the yard, man, was just so dope. Got to see a lot of older brothers. One of the things that really just like really touched my heart and again warmed my heart was the fact that, you know, my dad went to Claflin. My dad pledged Kappa at Claflin. My dad was a DP. My dad's Neos were there. So brothers from the 70s, when I say I'm Rob Wilson Jr., oh, not that Rob. Man, let me tell you about your daddy. Everybody talked about my dad had this Volkswagen. He used to sit under this tree and he had a little something under that tree and used to be like, hey, come here, man. Hey, take this brown bag. Get you a little, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it was just so dope to see that many years of legacy just come together, man. And the love they had for my dad. And I messed up. I was supposed to get a picture with all of them, but I was running around. I was like, I got to get a picture with these guys, man.
Yeah, it's
but
moving too much.
I was
Yeah.
moving too much, man. And then I felt old because like, so I retired, right? I retired from those activities. Clearly, I don't remember when, because people are telling me stories like, yeah, Rob, what's going on, big bro, man? How you doing, man? Man, I remember when you, whoa, what? I was like, I saw you? No, I didn't. I'm like, y'all got to be confusing me, man. I was like, y'all got to be confusing me. I was like, man, I was immature. If I was, what year are you? 16.
Like,
Ow. I was all the way in my career at that time. What was I doing? You know, but anyway, yeah, Friday was definitely dope seeing y'all. And then that was a dope thing we did in Ministers Hall too, man.
Man, Ministers Hall was really good. Like, I don't think like the undergrad bruhs really are gonna see it until they get where we are now.
Yeah.
Be like, wow, because that's how it was with me. Like
Mhm.
seeing what came, it was like, oh my goodness, like this is a come up for real. Like
Mhm.
the 10 years, the 25 years, yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
Being
man.
able to see all the bros in there together, fellowshipping, having a good time, and being able to, plan what they got going on for the next year. And shout out to the Neos that actually was a part of the step show this year. Unfortunately, I wasn't there, but I did get to watch, and y'all really did y'all thing this
Y'all
year.
did.
Like,
No
kudos
drops.
to
No
y'all.
drops. We picked them canes up. For the noobs out there, we picked up the canes. It was clean, man. And I heard they did a very the judges did a very bad job, and once again, they had judges who haven't stepped, which I don't understand how you have someone judge a step show who has no step experience. That makes no sense to
Right,
me.
right. So I got a question. Look, I got a
Erica,
question.
he about to ask you a question. Go ahead.
Ooh, you see how that went? You see how I got a question for Rob. Rob, did you see anyone out there that was a shocker seeing? And it could be like,
Yes. Yes. So let's get to Saturday. You mean just people I ain't seen in a minute?
yes,
Yo,
just people
Saturday.
in general.
I felt like an old ass nigga on Saturday.
I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
I did, yo. So last year when I came to homecoming, that was after my life struggles and all of the riffraff of my life. So I was just around the brothers, and I was just glad to be social and just like taking in my freedom. So I really didn't see anybody. I might have saw like maybe 5 or 6 people outside of the noobs. This year, dog, the one person, two appropriate.
Look, take your time.
I
Take your time.
am, because people be clearly people are listening to the podcast now that we're making money. Shout out to y'all for supporting us. We're making a little bit of money now.
Ding, ding, ding.
We got about 32 cents in the bank. My homegirl Tashia Stewart. You know Tashia. You probably remember Tashia. Man, I have not seen her. Jesus. Whatever. I mean, I finished in 2009. We finished together. Definitely was supposed to graduate before you. Dang, my life was crass. I hadn't seen her since then. Like, and we like she walked up to me and my jaw just dropped because I was like, oh my God, I hugged her so hard. And the first thing I did what black people do. Niggas gonna nig. I was like, yo, you remember your car was messed up? What was wrong with your car? Her car had no reverse. So sometimes she would call us over to push her car.
You gotta go to
I'll
the
be
petty
damned.
moment.
I'll be damned.
Dude, because that's where the love comes from. Like, your college friends are the friends you struggle with. Yo, how are you legally driving this car and it does not have a reverse? We used to push her out of her parking spaces. Like, I remember she would call me and she's like, I ain't got nobody else. And I would drive over there and help her push her car out of her parking space so she could go, man. And then it made a horrible crunching sound when she put it in drive. It sounded like somebody eating Pringles, man. Yeah, definitely saw her. Shout out to my homegirl Andrea. I ain't see her in a long time. She was one of my really good friends. Gosh, man. Tasha Carter. I love you, Tasha. Oh my gosh, you know I love you, girl. Man, that is the host of the HBCU podcast. I'm trying to get her to revive her podcast. Tasha Carter, Amber Nelson, Killer Am. Who else? I'm trying to think of who was like a big shocker that I wasn't expecting to see. Norman. I wasn't expecting to see Norman Birds LB. I wasn't expecting to see Norman.
Whoa. Wait, Norman was there?
You ain't see Norman?
No. Hey, Norman, if you listen to this,
Hold up.
bro, I'm
He's
putting
in
you
your
in the
recap
cut.
video.
No, he is.
That's not your recap video? It was Bird. His whole line. Actually, Bird's whole line was there except Stacy. Russ was there for a hot minute. Rashad was there.
Yeah, I didn't see Russ come to the tent, but I did get a picture of Russ, because he was doing his own production going on there.
Yeah, he was.
I did get a picture of Rashad, but I didn't see Norman.
Norman
That's
like somebody
crazy.
uncle. You probably did see him.
Wow. And Norman's a client too. That's wild. Oh yeah, Norman, I got a bone to pick with you, my guy.
He
Yeah,
hit you
I
up.
did.
Dang, he was by the truck the whole time by Bird. The whole time.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't see that. Like you already knew I was.
But you
moving
was
around.
you was all over. Yeah.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was. Look, I felt like undergrad all over again, being the social event coordinator, just out there making sure I'm capturing moments and then putting a great video together to capture it. But nah, any look to me, everybody was a shock to see
Yeah,
for
I
me.
bet.
Cause
Yeah. And I seen
cause
some.
I ain't seen.
All right, time for me to put you on the spots. The way some of the
Ooh,
girls walked up to Law, and the way he was. Now y'all can't see him. He cheesing ear to ear. He had that smile reduced to about 20%. The cool, the cool, relaxed thing. I saw the eyes examine the body. You did it real smooth. She ain't noticed, but I noticed. But they was
oh, you
walking.
always got to exam. You always got to see how the merchandise upgraded or downgraded.
So
And what I can say is Claflin women, y'all definitely upgraded. Kudos to y'all. Like,
let's talk
I
about
am
your
proud.
run-in, your shocking run-in. Everyone's a shocker, right? So go ahead, come on, reminisce, man. Yeah.
So my run-ins weren't really shockers. The shockers were the ones that I didn't know when I was in undergrad. Those were the shocker ones. One is because you got to look, Rob, like everyone knows me as the trainer.
Yeah.
So I was so glad. Shout out to the Omegas for, reaching out and letting me be a part of their media team for the homecoming because that really helped me because I did not want to come to homecoming and fitness was going to be the only thing that everyone talked to me about.
Yeah.
So when everyone seen me with a camera in my hand, they're like, wait, you take pictures now? Like you just left us from Atlanta, to go to Houston. I said, yeah, but I'm here as a photographer. What's up? Oh, so make sure you get a video of me. Take a picture of me. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Yep. Boom. We good. So my experience, what I can tell you is any old history that, was a great experience in undergrad, I left it in undergrad. That's why I would say like nobody, got the back door while I was there. Like I appreciate what I did get to see. But I did a lot of window shopping. I got to see the price tag. I got to see what was, what needed to
Look
be
at
on
Erica's.
clearance and what didn't need to be on clearance. And, I kept
I'll
it
be
moving.
damned.
I kept it moving.
I did that too, actually. Yeah.
There.
I'm gonna be quiet though.
Now, what was funny, I will say this part, okay? I will say this. Some of y'all that came to homecoming was trying to be backdoor. Not by me. I'm not gonna say by me.
I'll
but
be damned.
some of y'all was trying to get backdoored, and sometimes it's okay to just enjoy the moment, people.
Please.
That's all I can say.
I agree.
I did get to see that one. I was the cameraman, and I got content for days in my phone and in my camera memory card. Like, but you live and you learn.
I'll say this about homecoming too. Eric, I feel so bad. I'm trying to draw you into this, but if you're not there, it's like
Yeah.
Wait,
Sorry.
Erica, did you go to Cleveland?
no.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
Where'd you go?
I went to VCU. So it was a completely different experience than HBCU.
So how was your homecoming experience? We can reel her in now because
Eh,
can-
yeah.
Oh, see how you're explaining it used to be what I thought about Claflin's homecoming. So please do share.
It's different because it's not at HBCU at all, so the environment's completely different with homecoming. And also not like a majority of some like homecomings, there's usually a football game. We did not have a football team at all.
We don't.
So
We don't either.
It's okay. We
Yeah.
don't have one either.
it's I don't know how to explain it, but also the being like in the open city and everything like that too. It was very difficult when I did try to go to homecoming. I tried it, I want to say twice, and then I was like, okay, this is just not gonna happen because it's too big of a. I don't know. I guess it's just too much going on in Richmond
gotcha.
for that, and
Right.
it didn't seem very like, I guess, in a way like
Homie.
yeah, homey. It didn't. It was like
Mm-hmm.
more like everyone's like all dispersed and it's just it wasn't really worth it and it wasn't really fun because also it wasn't organized and VC has just been doing a whole lot of like construction and everything else. So it's like you could they have like the two campuses, but they're like separated. So it's like, yeah, you could have something going down like on the medical campus, but it's not on like the main campus or anything like that. It's like
Right.
if you gotta get in your car and drive like the 20 minutes away, sometimes it's just not worth
No,
it.
ain't nobody doing all that.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, I heard everything I needed to hear. Appreciate those small campuses, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate them. Y'all can talk all you want about Claflin being as big as a high school in Texas, but at least we were able to network with everyone in one setting at that moment. Now, Rob, I will say this. What she's talking about, that's how I felt the undergrad was during this homecoming. Like I
Mm.
really felt more like the alumni, like this was the alumni's
It,
homecoming
it always
because like
it always is.
Hmm.
It's always like
because
that.
like when I was thinking, I was like, dang, normally when we do this on Fridays, they having a stroll off at the calf. They got the DJ out there jumping. But it was literally us old heads making sure the campus was good, like some great old grandparents. But it was fun to us
Yeah.
because what I can say is a lot of the students came back that went when I was there.
Mm-hmm.
So, like what you said, you got to come with people. The great thing about it, I didn't have to worry about, let me make sure, I'm right beside Rob. So I'm not, feeling like the lonely wolf. Like it was people there that I could like, oh yeah, let me go over here real quick. Oh,
Yep.
hold on. Let me go over here real quick. All right. Well, shoot, I'm gonna hang out right here. We'll be situated. We'll be straight. But I didn't really get to see like the undergrad be like how we was
Yeah.
during homecoming. That's
Yeah.
all.
And this is one thing that I love. So, sidebar, this is my short TED talk. If you are Divine Nine and you are beefing on your campus, yo, please stop, y'all. Y'all look stupid. Y'all look dumb. Do not let a beef from 2002 carry all the way up until 2024. Because let me tell you, I network across organizations, bro. I went to every tent, and I know people in every organization. Except for no, I do know IOTAs. So every organization, man. So I made sure I tapped into
Oh, they
everybody,
deep
man.
now. Hold up, they deep now.
Yeah, they
Like,
deep, man. They deep.
they had a whole tent with more than 7 people in the tent. Like they were, and that's not no
I'll be
shade.
damned.
It wasn't shade. It was just when I was at Claflin, they only had Akeem Bonaparte.
Yeah,
That was it.
He was the
That
charter
was
member.
it.
Him and
That
him
was
and
it.
Otis were charter members. Their charter is not that old. I think what are they 10? Something
Yeah,
like
they're
that?
not. They whatever I graduated,
Maybe like
they was
15.
there a year. Yes, 15 years now. Because the first person he crossed over was our junior year. So just seeing like them being on campus and then seeing a tent and it's not a king, it was like, oh my goodness. They even had I want to say it was KK Psy plot on campus
Oh,
right by the music hall.
did
It was definitely a music fraternity plot that they had over right at the music center. So yeah, it was definitely a great experience. The DJ was jumping at the tailgate. The
Yes.
food was like how you said. I was in every tent. It might have been because of the camera, but I also pretty much knew each tent at least one person
Yeah.
in there to be able to fellowship and come back to. Now, Rob, I know you had one of these moments, but I had my official old moment. One of the Neos came to Charles and was chatting with him about Claflin Man 100. And Charles was like, let me tell you who was one of the founders of Claflin Man 100 and introduced me to him, right? And his first words, it was because of you creating that organization, which made me want to be a part of Kappa Alpha Psi. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm an unk now. I'm in unk status. And we got to chop it up for at least a good 30 minutes. But what I can say is that Neo saved y'all for me. And not in a negative way. But what I can say is the Neos nowadays, they weren't as social as we was.
Yeah.
And he was one person that I had to let Charles know, me being an alumni and me you wanting, the old heads to invest into the chapter, bro, this is just like stop.
Yeah.
What is going to be the benefit for me to invest my hard-earned money to put back into the chapter? Because at the end of the day, I could put it into the organization where I know where it's going to be used, and I don't have to worry about it being in a good way or a bad way. So for him to come and have that small moment to chop it up with me,
Yeah.
to exchange numbers, that showed me, hey, you know what? It may not be a universal thing, but individually, there are some good ones that still understand, reaching out for help and communicating. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to leave that out there. Did you have a moment on campus this time?
Uh Yes, a couple. So we have some transfers. Shout out to the brother. I don't remember none of y'all names, I'm gonna be honest. But we have like 3 transfers and they dap me up, and they do what's called flying when they grip you like 17 times and they tell you they name, they tail club, blah blah blah, all these code names and stuff. So I just said Rob Wilson Jr., Gamma New Spring '05. Damn. What do you mean damn, sir? And then I thought about it. I was like, that is mad old. That's mad old.
They didn't say 2020. Dang, you not in the 2020s?
Yeah.
No, we ain't in the 2020s.
We ain't in the 2020s, sir. No. And that was killing me. 2K2, 2K. I was like, 2K.
Yeah,
I was named after the basketball. But to your point about the undergrads, 2 things. And now that I think about it, I didn't really grasp homecoming as undergrad, because if you stepped on Saturday, you relaxing, you resting, and you're prepping for the step show. Like, I ain't go to the tailgate and do all that stuff, especially not after the first year. Oh God. And then like, I think the etiquette has to change a bit. Like, and we'll figure it out, because I mean, when I was in undergrad, like one of the things was with fraternities, we had to study lines. We had to study lines as far back as we could. We need to know their real name. We need to know their line name. We need to know their line brothers, their line names. And when they came on campus, we would seek them out to speak to the old heads. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a bit more casual. Like, we're on the same level, but we not on the same level. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that social aspect Law was talking about. It does need to be picked up a bit. And I think a good step in that direction was when we had the event at Ministers Hall, when the undergrads got to step up there and kind of say, hey, this is what we have going on campus. But like, to your point earlier, Law, I would like to see them, because like, we sought, we did more seeking out and making sure we was on our knowledge, and we had to know people's names and stuff like that. I don't know what happened to that. And I mean, I will say it is better now that it's not more of a fear thing. Cause like, the Facebook group used to be like, hey, we'll see y'all. Y'all better know y'all information. That's what it used to be like. Like, now it's kind of like, hey, we looking forward to seeing you. But yeah, we need to work on that. Hey, you need to meet all these brothers. Like, one of the brothers there was one of the ones who paid for me to pledge. You know what I'm saying? Cause my dad pledged him. He gave me all the money. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like, just again, the networking part, but and the investment, but we're getting there, and it's getting much better, and I'm glad. Definitely glad.
I will say the Kappa party for us, I enjoyed start to finish. I enjoyed it. I know Rob probably dipped out like hella early.
Bro, I was so tired.
The day 2 party, and that was his old moment that I was going to bring up, but now we're here, we're talking about it.
I'm gonna pause you. So y'all have to remember, that was the same day as the Yard Fest. So I've been up since 7:00 on the yard outside. I had not washed or changed clothes all day and went to that event smelling and feeling like all day, lifting grills, charcoal, cleaning up trash. I was dead, bruh. I was so tired, and I'm like, I gotta fix that for next year, because I wanted to stay, because I saw the pictures. I was mad.
Oh, look, if Kappa Alpha Psi was a hazing organization, all this sound like is he just went through a process. That's all that sounds like. If we was a hazing organization. But nah, hey, I will tell you, that party, I felt bad for the Neos. I ain't even gonna lie. Because as soon as that bad boy started to jump, the alumni said, yeah, we closing up. turn on the lights. Let's go. And they had at least 10 people at the door waiting to come in. And the look on their face was like, just 10 more minutes. Just 10 more minutes. Hey, and us old heads said, yeah, it's time to go to sleep. I don't know about you, but we got to go.
Yeah.
But it was definitely good. I will say the one thing, like what you said, is some of us when we get back, we go right back to that undergrad us. I can tell you, I wasn't my undergrad law. Well, sorry, I wasn't law in undergrad. I wasn't Skip.
Yeah.
I wasn't Skip at all. Skip would have been that bruh that was super drunk at the door, yelling with his wife beater on, while I'm looking at him like, oh my gosh, I'm very concerned about your health, your well-being, and all this anxiety that you have, sir. Why are we yelling at the door of a Kappa party only? Like, what are we doing here?
105 pounds soaking wet too.
Like, let's make this make some sense. But nah, that was one of the things that I can remember. It was like, nah, I didn't have that moment. I got to see my LBs. I got to see two of them. That's rare to see two of all three of us in one setting. But crazy. seeing James actually be responsible. Hey, if you know
I'll
James, undergrad, being responsible by going to the meeting and then coming to the Kappa event to fellowship for only 15 minutes. And if his wife is listening to this, he did not pay me to do this. This is not a sponsor ad. This is me actually just being honest at this moment. All right, now back to the commercial, the paid ad. Going and then knowing, all right, guys, I gotta get back home to the wife and kids.
Yeah.
It was great seeing you. I'm out. And he did exactly that. Now, he did partake in one shot, but he was responsible to take his butt home.
It was grape juice, y'all.
But it's cool to be able to see, like, dang, because I remember my LB, you know, when it was time to party, he was gonna make sure he stayed there and had a good time with us. The same with Eric, and the same with Rashad. But I think Rashad is the one where, and not Rashad Myers. Rashad is the one that transferred to our school. He was, you know, he lived that undergrad life when he came back, and I'm glad one of us was able to, because I was like, bro, that ain't me.
I can't.
Let's take another shot. Yeah, I've been drinking all day, my guy. But you know, I like to partake in something that keeps me balanced.
Yes.
And drinking and not doing that right now is not gonna keep me balanced. So we gotta pace ourselves. I learned growing up how to survive a whole weekend without being hungover. So that was something that I did, you know, I definitely appreciate it.
Now, Eric,
I got
a question. Oh, go ahead.
Nah, I was gonna say I do have my red flag moment, but it wasn't about the campus side. So we'll finish up with that one. Just putting that down. As
we need to talk about because I just want to ask Erica a question. And I want to talk about Donovan's party and how. Now, first of all,
that's what we're gonna talk about.
I need to talk about that, but it also made me sad on the inside, and we'll talk about it. And it had nothing to do with the party itself, really. The event was fine, the people were fine, the service was great. Erica, I'm curious. You and your friends, what kind of partakers in alcohol are y'all?
Oh, we drink.
Well, I know that. That might be a little.
She
like the clear liquor. You a clear or brown?
I don't like motor oil, but we do drink. More vodka, tequila, but anytime my friends come with me with something with a cup, I'll drink it.
See, I told you she get down with the clear. She get down with the clear.
And in undergrad, it wasn't it wasn't very pretty. Because we were just buying whatever we could, and I heavily remember that stupid bottle of Aristocrat. I don't know why we were drinking that. Aristocrat. Have you ever had that before? Like, that's just like disgusting. But
you kept drinking it every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
That was Hawaiian Punch.
That was Hawaiian Punch is the college goat, bro. We kept that in the room.
Yeah.
Good chase,
And
gallon
Because
size, cheese.
Yeah.
it was like $2. You know, we could get that at any time.
And then when my parents got me that icy machine, and I was just in that place just making a slushies out of
Wow.
it.
Icy machine. Did you have one of those in underground, Rob?
No,
No, I had one.
I
I don't even think we could have that in our dorm.
I don't
They
think
didn't
I
know.
don't think they
They didn't
sold
know.
personal icy machines back then. I don't even know that was a thing.
They didn't have to know. Just like the crock pots. They didn't have to know.
You had a crock pot in your room?
I sure
Hey,
did.
hey, some of those honor students, hey, they definitely was, you know, having they things finessed in there. Not just us, you know, regular common folks, but those honor students, they was using that book money to buy some extra stuff
Yeah.
off of, you know,
Man.
it wasn't Amazon back then, but you know, it was similar to Amazon.
The room checks, as soon as you knew that it was a room check, you would just put everything in your trunk and lock it up. But yeah.
Yo, I ain't no snitch, but somebody in high rise got a girl pregnant and she was keeping that baby. That
Ooh.
mud started selling George Foreman burgers. Had the whole
Bro,
floor
those things was busted.
Had the whole floor smelling great, bro. We was buying
Hey,
them.
someone tried to be funky with it and actually fry some chicken, but I ain't gonna
Chill.
say.
On a George Foreman?
No.
Oh, and they actually had a burner and they was just
Mhm.
Wait a
Yes,
minute.
I'll
sir.
be damned.
Yes.
I'll be damned.
No, that's the most at an age,
Now,
People get
see-
real creative.
that's wild.
Now, see, what was cool about me is, you know, Dean looked out for the cookout before he had to fire me. You know, I understand you had to fire me, Dean. You know, I brought a female into the dorm. You know, I was an RA. I wasn't supposed to do that. But
I'll be
before
damned.
all of that, Dean used to let me stay in the back office where there was a bed and all that. That's where I got to stay. Oh, Dean used to let me cook everything in that motherfucker. Everything. So
Wow.
anytime we had an event, it was a whole kitchen. Like, did you not? Well, you may not know.
I think
High-rise has a
peeked-
kitchen in the back.
No.
There is a kitchen in high rise where I would cook food. Now, I only knew that because I was an RA. Now, if that's something that we ain't supposed to know about, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm high right now. You know, I just finished rolling up, so
I'll be damned.
that wasn't supposed to be said. Don't listen to me. I'm probably lying, but yes, that's
Wow. That's interesting.
yes.
Didn't
If
know
you
that.
walk into high rise where the couches are, that back door is a whole freaking studio setup. I mean, they may have
I
changed it up.
vaguely remember. I don't remember seeing the kitchen, but I do remember there being a room in there. Wow.
Yeah,
Interesting.
little mini kitchen.
All
But
right.
now we can go to
Listen,
the lovely. Hey,
I figured it out.
before you even say anything about it, I'm just gonna say, Rob, you got to see one of the benefits of saying you're a photographer.
I did.
All I told those lovely bottle girls was, I just need something entertaining on this camera before we kick off.
Here, Will,
Hey,
here, what did it do? Here, Will.
And they did not miss. I appreciate y'all. Y'all did not miss.
There is nothing like a black woman. You hear me? There is nothing like a black woman. So, old heads out there, yo, I did it. Hold on. Give myself a round of applause. You're not gonna get me. Last year, so two things happened that helped. One, they moved the step show to a different day. Saturday, after the tailgate or during the tailgate, whatever, late night, they had a concert. The concert wasn't for me. Boosie was the only person I knew on the flyer. Literally had never heard anybody else. What?
You said Boosie. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you said, You know, people ain't
Oh.
feeling him right now. He got some controversial points of view. But I was like, it ain't for me, bro. Like, Boosie, I
Yeah.
love you, but I mean, well, I love Wipe Me Down. But it's like, that ain't for me. So that opens the door for the party, you know? So last year, I went to the step show and then went to the party. Though it was probably 10:30-ish, maybe a little later when the step show ended, I went to the party and nobody was there. And then by the time I left at like midnight, maybe 1 o'clock, went to sleep, woke up
that
the next
motherfucker
day, was popping
that-
there. Everybody
That
was there.
motherfucker was packed.
I was mad because I'm like, where were y'all? Like, I got there late, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna fix y'all asses. This year, there was no step show or whatnot. at about, because I've been on the yard helping Bird move some stuff around, do some stuff. I wasn't on that committee, not doing the tailgate committee for a while because I did that for years. Man, about 7 o'clock, I said, okay, doors open at the party at 10:30, I think, or something like that, or 10. You know what I did? I took my ass back. I said, all right, Bird, I'm out. You out, bro? Bruh, I'm getting this nap in. Y'all not about to party without me this year, bro. Went to the crib, took that hot shower, had the clothes ironed ready. Gone, bruh. Gone.
Full straight unk mode. Full
Bruh,
straight unk mode.
straight. Took that nap. Man, yeah. Took that nap. Law was already like, yo, all right, I'm about to be there. Made sure he was straight because I gave him his wristband. Shout out to Donovan. I like what y'all did this year with the VIPs. We got our VIP wristbands early. So, you know, if you had a group of people, you could meet up with them, give them their wristbands, and then y'all can just meet at the party whenever. I really like that. And I really appreciated the email communication was smooth. Ordering everything was smooth. My hookah came late, but that wasn't.
What about that hookah though?
That was a third party company, so I can't put that on them. But that hookah, when you fixed it, because I don't do hookah. That was my first time smoking hookah in probably like 6 or 7 years, maybe longer. That joint hit. I almost bought a hookah set. I texted my little cousin. I said, hey, you do the hookah.
You kept saying it that night. You was like, yeah, I gotta give me a hookah now.
Well, I have a friend who, shout out to Muriel. She's a nurse practitioner. She's like, because I'm going to tell you all of it. Never mind. Don't want it. But anyway, got fresh and clean, made it to the party, and immediately felt old. Immediately.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Law was just chilling. I got on some clothes that I had some pants on that I've been dying to wear for the last 6 years. Glad I can fit them. Shout out to Coach Law. I bought them pants so long ago, but they're crimson colored pants, gorgeous pants. But man, I got there. All the music from our heyday was thumping and bumping. What were we doing? Everybody was sitting down looking around.
Everyone was sitting around. I'm looking like, man, this shit is gonna be some weak ass content that I got.
But I will say there ended up being pockets and times of people dancing, and I think that's what made me sad because I'm like, where do we go in this age group now? Where do we?
See, by the time you left, everybody was out of their seats.
Yeah, but shit, that was like 2. Like the party was ending at 3 or 4.
So it took all. So what happened is, one, I was there first because Don, you know, it was my services. I appreciate that. That let me know like I'm pretty nice at what I do, because immediately after the tailgate, like what you did, Rob, like I know me. If I knew I was going out, I had to leave the tailgate at 7 because I knew Don wanted us there at 10. Oh, bro, I need me 2 hours off my feet, and I need to charge some stuff.
Yes.
So it was no pregame. Like we wasn't doing none of that. The pregame was going to be at the event because I knew people were going to be late. But by the time I got there at 10 o'clock, there was 2 people that was there early. You know, there's always people there early.
Yeah, always. And
Dom was like, hey, man, can you get like still going? So people not going to come until about 11, 12 o'clock, because that's what you told me. He was like, yeah, we got to be in our seats by 11.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. It's going to be a good bit of people. 11 o'clock comes. It's still a handful of people. Literally, I could count on my hands how many people was there at 11. 12 o'clock, it started to move. That's when we finally ordered hookah. By 12:47, that's when we finally got that hookah, you know, but he said it was a third party, you know, but it did take us, 45 minutes for them to run and get it from Egypt and then bring it back to us. And by 1 o'clock,
definitely,
by 1 o'clock, Rob started to, feel that age. And, we took a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
We served the bottle around until it was gone. He dipped. And by the time he did, everyone finally got there. And by 2 o'clock, everyone was up out their seat, dancing and having a great time. I'm about to text this to you so you can let her see how it looked, so she could be like, dang, Rob, you left after this?
I don't know how to party anymore.
I feel like you just needed some energy drinks, really.
Nah, it wasn't. Nah, he was ready. I was ready to go.
Yo, yeah, because it's like, bro, the party ends at 3. I must have left at like 1:30. Like, god damn. Like, how long y'all want me to stay up? And I've been up up all day other than that nap on my feet. My feet were dead. And then I leave the morning. Like that Sunday morning, I wake up and leave. Like that's my homecoming ritual. Brush my teeth and leave. And I got a 2-hour-ish drive home. Yeah, my feet was dead. Yo, my feet was dead. So, okay, I got to shut the party down. Okay, I'll get it right next year. And shout out to Donovan, man. 20 years this guy has been throwing events. And that's a huge accomplishment. I'm glad I was able to pull him to the side and just congratulate him on that, man. I wish I would have known that. Like, I could have gathered some people and we, like, did something for him, man, because that's just an amazing feat. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I've been doing anything for 20 years consistently like that, work-wise.
Right. All right, so before we go on with the next, Rob, look at your DM real quick so you can send it to her so she can see how the tailgate went and how the party went. Now, I will say this while you're doing that. Dom, I appreciate the opportunity, but I will say this, though. Like, it was an amazing event. I will not say anything bad about that. But I will say this, though. Because he was doing this so long, I will say this because I was working the event and I paid to be at our table.
Check
but he also
account, Erica.
Okay.
but he also gave me a ticket to be there as well to shoot. Mm-hmm. Now, the event was supposed to end at 2 a.m.
Yes, it was.
And he decided to extend it to 3 a.m. I'm going to say this. I charge by the hour, not by the event.
I'll be damned.
And I don't live in Orangeburg, so I don't know Orangeburg rates. And the only issue that I had was he felt that my hourly rate was my total rate. And that was the only issue. We were able to adjust and get everything situated. But I do know, like, as we grow in business wise, we got to also think like these businesses also need to be compensated in that way as well. Because I could see this, next year and the years going on being bigger than how it was this time. Because I could tell you and Rob, the last alumni party I went to, it never reached the capacity that it did this year. Like I don't remember any. I don't remember any of the alumni parties that I went to being just like how this was. The experience, the atmosphere, the promotion, all of that just really just boom. And then the highlights to see this, because at first he was like, man, that's not what everyone else is charging me. And I was like, yeah, when you get your recap, bro, and you see what I was able to do, you're going to be like, dang, all this happened? Yeah, man, all this happened at your event. So you got to think big and spin bigger. So that's the only thing that I had from that was we got to get out of those Orangeburg rates. Yeah. That was the only thing from there. The only thing.
The price is the price. But that was a very big event. I am glad he didn't make it all black, so everyone got to wear pretty much whatever they want. I felt a little overdressed, but not really. Like there was a variety. I mean, I just had on like a black dress shirt and some like crimson color khaki-ish jean-ish pants.
Soon Eric told me he was wearing his J's. I said, "Oh, yes, say less." And then I didn't have to worry. I was the photographer, bro. You ain't never over or underdressed if you are the photographer. Like you can put on whatever you want. As long as the shit that you filming is going to be popped, that is what I made sure. So yeah, when I seen Rob and him, I said, yeah, this is very noopish of y'all. Too bad I'm relaxed today.
Yeah. Next year I'm shutting the party down for sure. Next year I'm shutting the party down because I ain't working this hard next year. But all in all, very, very good time. This was a great homecoming through and through. The only thing that was bad was that headache on Thursday, but everything after, and I didn't get to see Brother Rouse, man. I was so busy caught up seeing, and I didn't see him last year either. I know I'm an idiot.
Yeah, look. That's what I had a side note. I had to hit y'all. I was like, everything good? Like none of y'all went to go see Brother Rouse with me,
bro.
Like,
my bad, man.
No, they ain't see that boy.
Yeah, my bad.
But nah, I definitely liked it. Every year that I went to homecoming, Charles be helping y'all Neos out because every year that I go, he's always at Brother Rouse's house. Like that's his spot at homecoming. And I forgot I could have did the same thing. But every tailgate, he always does our breakfast. And Charles goes in on the breakfast for us. And this year he was able to get all the food, cooked all the food. The court came, they fellowshipped with us. I got to catch up with B Mac and Brother Rouse.
Yeah.
And Brother Rouse had the liquor for us and the mimosas on deck. And yeah, it was just a great time. I got to see everyone that I was supposed to see during this homecoming and everything laid out. So Rob, next year you're gonna have to make your way to Brother Rouse's house.
Next year's gonna be special. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see Brother Rouse. Next year is my line's 20th. Yeah, next year is my line's 20th anniversary, and my LBs have finally said that they're all. Well, hold on, I gotta check with one more. But everybody, the consensus is we're gonna come. The consensus is everybody's gonna come. So we were Brother Rouse's first line as advisor. No, second. I think Spring 04. I think we were his first line. I think. Or no, it might have been 04. But we were one of his first lines. He calls us his boys. But anyway, yeah, we definitely gonna have to get up with him, man, and reminisce. I'm so glad my LBs are coming. They pissed me off because two of them live close. And I'm like, bruh, y'all actually, both of them live closer to Orangeburg than me. Both of them. One of them's in Columbia. So, but I get it. They also have families. But yeah, I digress. We'll be there next year. But in closing for me, man, I am glad to see the growth of Claflin. I'm glad to see where the chapter is and how our communication as Noops and Gamma Nu is just top tier. To my knowledge, everything went off without a hitch. I know we're probably going to have a meeting sooner or later to kind of talk about things we can get done a little bit better. But I can't think of anything that really had me like cringing or upset or anything like that. Much better than other years, man. 'Cause I'm saying waking up and setting up that tailgate is hot garbage, but it worked very well this year. Yard Fest worked very well. The presentations are dope. Recognizing the brothers are dope, man. And it was just very well organized and put together. I just need to learn how to stay up later so I can enjoy all the events. Maybe if we could grow the committees, that would be helpful. Because like I would have loved to have stayed at that party on Friday later with y'all, man. But like I said, I was stuck doing the Yard Fest and then event after event. Like I ain't have no breaks in between. I know I was funky. I had to be, bruh. I had to be a little mersky. I had to be, yo. There's no way. Like I was outside all day. Like there's no way.
All day, like we was back in grade school.
Dog,
better stay out, or you gonna you in or you out.
Yeah, in or you out. Both. That was it, man. So that's it for me, man. What about you, Law?
Nah, that was it. Hey, homecoming was great. It was great to see everyone. The only thing that I would say is I know they had a party for us. I know, this is just with me. I remember us always having a homecoming party so it would go into the chapter. That would be something that, I would like to see come back from the boys on the yard to do something. So yeah, it's the best time for us to see what you're capable of doing. Mm-hmm. And two, that is going to be a great way to help out the chapter for what it needs tomorrow. Other than that, man, everything went good. Like, hey, Bird, your moonshine.
Oh my!
I'll be damned.
Your juice was delicious, man. All natural.
Hey, that thing was good, man. Look, the
undergrads did throw a party last year too. They threw a party last year. I don't know what happened this year, but
yeah, that was the only thing. I was like, wait, hold up. This is where y'all make the money. Like, this is the time to make the money. So
their competition is stiff too. Like I feel like for us, like we had an era where we ran it unquestionably. These boys got some tough competition, boy.
I will say this. Them old Megas didn't play this year.
They did not play. Yeah,
they didn't play this year.
They're getting it together, and their numbers are growing.
They did what they needed to do. Hey, we had our food unlocked. They had theirs. Charles was big man. He was like, "Wait, they got oysters? I ain't an oyster man. They got it on the grill, bro.
We had that fish though."
It's like, why ain't you say anything, man? I'm the cameraman. That's it, man. I can't tell you everything that's going on.
It's not like a good fried oyster, but yeah. So
So.
all
And
right,
unfortunately, what we need to do is you're gonna have to make your way to a real homecoming so you can see the difference.
yes, Erica.
Yeah.
So next year,
I,
it's his 20 years. That's a great time to be able to see how he is with his LBs, to see how the food is, see how it is with us not even having a football team, but we still had a great, phenomenal time. But yeah, I'm done.
I'm gonna have to try to
being
keep all
quiet.
the drunkies away from her because Erica is a very fine young lady. That's you, Rob.
Look,
I'm gonna have to answer that question
it's
1,000 times.
look, it's all right. I'm gonna be like, nah, her nigga at home.
Yeah.
We big brothers right
Yeah,
here.
we're gonna have
So,
to do
we good.
that because I'm telling you right now, especially us, like, woo. But that's it for me, man. Law, you got anything else in closing?
That's it. Hey, y'all. Hey, thank you for having me back on here again. I know Eric was talking his trash. Now you see, I've been on here way more than you, Eric. So yes, be jealous.
I gotta get y'all back on, man. I've only had Eric and Dukes on once. I gotta get back. They busy, which is a good thing. Shout out to Oxcord
Yeah.
Wars. Follow Oxcord Wars on Instagram. They're busy, which is
Yeah.
a good thing, man. So I'm glad for that. But where can they find you at, bro? I mean, it's gonna be in the description too. But
Hey, you can find me on my photography page, Law Vision. If you got an event or you need to update your portfolio, hit me up. But on the other side, if you were trying to stay fit and get better, just like you heard during this whole episode, y'all can find me on Break My Fifth Law. Other than that, that's all I got for y'all.